Welcome to the Pretty Red ENT Show. It's your girl, Goddess Nikita, a.k.a. Pretty Red ENT. And if nobody told you they loved you today, just know that Goddess Nikita, she loves you today. And I'm sending so much love and light out to everyone in the whole universe, the plants, the earth, the moon, the stars, and the sun. Okay? Brrr. I am so sorry, guys. I haven't been on here lately. Y'all know when Mercury retrograde does a number on me, I try to stay away. Okay? Because Mercury was shooting them shots at me. Y'all know me. Like, I don't play around. I be so serious when Mercury retrograde comes around, especially when it's like retrograding in something that's in my chart, my birth chart, like heavy. And I'm trying to learn how to like communicate and where I need to communicate effectively at. And one of the things I had to work on is like learning how to, which I know how to communicate very well with culture. I guess it was more so paying attention to how people communicate with me with culture. Guys, and I'm like, some people, they don't know that they're offending Black people. Okay, let me. Okay. And I want to say this and then I'm going to drop it. Guys, if a Black person says what you said to them is racist and you tell them that it's not, then you are considered racist, ethically speaking. Okay, like go look up the word racism, look where it started at, and you understand Black people can never be racist, blah, 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 blah. But in general, guys, like if we tell you, hey, you said something that's kind of offensive and it's kind of racist, and you sit up there and say that no, it isn't, and you try to justify it, guys, you are considered racist at that moment. Okay, I'm just throwing that out there. But it was like, I now get why some Black people like, I'm not educating nobody no more on what they're doing wrong. I'm going to just tell you that you're offensive and that's it. You go do the research. And that's what I've been learning. Like, hey, I'm not doing all that extra stuff anymore. Okay. But anyways, guys, how y'all doing? You know, Mercury retrograde is going to speed up. You know, you're going to have some lovers hit you back up as they go out. This will be the last and final time that they probably going to hit you up. I'm telling y'all. I've been telling these guys like, what? I got a trick to it, guys. So if you got a guys who won't stop hitting you up and you're telling them, hey, why do you keep hitting me up? What do you want? And they don't want nothing. Guess what you need to do? You need to say, hey, you got some money for me? Every time you hit my line, I'm going to ask you, do you have $50? You got $100? Matter of fact, you got $250 because if you don't, baby, you cannot be sitting up here hitting my line. Okay. Like it just ain't going to work out like that no more. I just cannot accept the BS. Okay. No disrespect to anybody, but it's just more like I've been telling people, certain people, particular people, they know who they are. Stop hitting my line. Stop hitting my jank. And you still hit my line. So I'm going to keep continuously asking you for money. So that way, like, it disturbs your peace that I'm asking you for something, then it disturbs my peace when you ask me for something. Like, hey, how you doing? Like, I don't have to tell you that. It's so crazy because some guys been asking me, like, where you live at? Why? What, you gonna pull up on me? You paying my bills? Oh, okay. I thought you was asking me where I live at so that way you can come up and pay my bills. Okay, because if not, then you don't need to know anything about me and where I'm at and what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, like, hey, you might have thought we were friends, but maybe somewhere in the universe, this person over here was like, nah, you're not a good friend. And that's okay. Maybe I was a good friend to you. You just wasn't a good friend to me. And I have accepted this truth for a lot of people in my life. Okay. Like this Mercury retrograde came by and I really felt complete. People are like, what do you mean? Like, I was so happy that, one, I knew how to communicate with people with different culture. The universe was really just working on me with learning how to deal with people who don't really know how to communicate with Black people. And how not to be snapped back off at people. Because some people, I don't think they know what they're doing consciously. We talked about this in the psychology club. So I don't think some people realize what they're doing consciously. They just naturally do it because it's embedded in them and it's passed down. So they think that it's normal. And so when you get somebody to be like, hey, you know what? That's not right. And it's like, what? Like, no. And so I just be trying to tell people, like, you know, you got to pay attention. You might not know you're offending somebody of color, because Mexican people, they're technically black, but they're colored people. So sometimes when people of a different race, like white people, they come and they talk to people of color, they don't know how offensive they are. No matter what race they are, when they're colored, they're still colored. It's so crazy because I was talking to a person, and I don't want to throw their name out there, but they were sitting up there talking to me. And I'm like, dude, I might be African American to you, but I have a race. My race is something totally different that most people, I have a tribe that I belong to. You wouldn't say that to somebody that's Cherokee, would you? Like, come on now. Like you're offending me. And I constantly have to keep telling you the same exact thing. Like, yes, I don't speak proper English. I will never speak proper English. It was not the law of this land. That's not how we talked over here originally. So it's like, some people will ignore what you're saying compared to what's really going on. And I'm like, how many times do I have to keep telling you that I, myself, am from America, but I don't speak your proper English? Because the English that you're saying is proper, it comes from that white man that came over here, Christopher Columbus. That's not my stuff. Okay, that's not the English that was here. So here you go getting mad at me because I'm speaking my native language. Like, what? What are you talking about? I'm also country. So it's like, I remember this person got mad at me and I was saying the same thing, besides I'm saying the name and I'm just saying it the way I'm reading it. Like, you can't be mad at me because you want me to say it a particular way. I'm not. Okay? Just not gonna do it. So sometimes, guys, you gotta pay attention to like how you're doing things and who you're offending when you're talking. Sometimes people don't realize that, but I'm a person, I always take my time out to really acknowledge that. Like, if I talk to someone, I always, so like, prime example, okay? Shots fired. I was in Spanish class today, and kid you not, my teacher, she was asking like, who is my favorite professor? And I'm like, the disrespect. I don't want to, you put me in a conflict of interest. When black people say the disrespect, now people from Ohio, we use this expression loosely. We take an expression that people use and they like mean it harshly, and we make a joke and a mockery out of it. Okay, that's just something we do. It's something that black people do. I love my black people. We don't care. We make something out of nothing. Like New York people, like, are you dumb? Like, some people will be like, oh my gosh, you just called this person dumb. But in New York, like, that's something totally different. It didn't even mean it the way how it's actually meant to be meant. Get what I'm saying, guys? So, and everybody that know me knows the disrespect is my favorite word. So the whole class started cracking up, but then there's a girl in here. And she busts out. She's like, those sound like fighting words. I said, those was nowhere near fighting words. It was just me making that joke. Like, no, I didn't really want to answer it. But everybody in the class knew I meant it besides this one girl. And I don't know if she meant it that way, but she don't know. Like, I took that real offensive. Like, why every time a black person make a joke that it has to be meant something? Did my face get red? Did I turn up? Did I like, well, my face on? I don't know if my face get red when I get mad, but did it seem like I had an aggressive tone? Not all black people, when we talk, we naturally talk aggressive. Like right now, some people be like, oh, she talking aggressive. But everybody who knows me, like, that girl's talking normal. Get what I'm saying? So when I said the disrespect, like most black people, when we say, depending on how we say it, you know what I mean? Like, the disrespect, really? Like, everybody be cracking up laughing at me. Like, what? And so this one girl, like, I don't know, like, she might have took it was disrespect what I was saying that, but I didn't like to be put in a conflict of interest. So I said I was my favorite teacher. And she's like, oh, okay. But then when I wrote down on a piece of paper, I posted that she was my favorite teacher because I'm like, I like all my teachers this semester. I can't even lie. Like the real MVP of the world, Craig. Like I don't know how to explain it, but I really love it over here. And so, it was like a real trying thing to the point where some people, they get misconstrued because you're used to stigmas. You're used to using a certain word like this, but Black people, we have a habit of using the words that you take serious and making it a whole joke and breaking it down. You get what I'm saying? Like Megan Thee Stallion, prime example. She has a song called BITCH. And she said, I'd rather be a BITCH so we can smoke weed. Cause she said, cause that's what you're going to call me anyways. So she took a word that is very, what word I want to say? Demeanors women, like knock our standards down when they call us this. And she made it to be like, okay, well, since you want to call me that anyways, how about I be that anyways? But with a twist. Like I was telling somebody, I was having a spiritual talk with them. They were like, hey, I read this book. They was talking about the word BITCH. And I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you know what? Nowadays, we don't use it the same way. Because I read the passage that the girl was talking about. I was like, we don't use it the same way. We kind of took that whole little spirit which the lady is right. Okay. The word BITCH does carry your spirit with it. But we took that word and just broke it all the way down. Like, okay, depending on how you say it, yeah, we might smack you. But most of the time, like, people don't do that. Because I'm telling y'all, like, even when I came to, like, when I'm doing spiritual work and I have a girl come across and she calls me that, I would never get offended if she calls me that because this is where she's at. Now, do I think she's calling that to me like, just call me that, like, directly? Like, no. There's a difference. But if she means it as friend, amiga, or you know what I'm saying, or amigo, because you can call your guy friends that too, then I would never be mad. I can't be mad at somebody if this is their background. Like, and I think that's where, that's what I was like, I guess Mercury had me like teaching at this time. Like, usually you're like learning through Mercury retrograde, but I was like being a teacher, kind of, sort of. And I was like really helping people out with like learning how to communicate with different people of all cultures, not just Black culture. Like, oh, no, you just disrespecting my whole Mexican friend over here? What's going on? You get what I'm saying? My Mexican friend just told you that her great-great-great-grandma was African descendant. What's going on? She said, I don't claim that I'm African. I claim I'm Mexican because that's where I'm from. That's where I live at. But is my ancestors Black? Yes. Okay, have a great day. You feel me? So it's like sometimes people don't know that they're offending other people when they're talking, so you have to be very careful. And if you are, then you are respecting the universe, okay? Big bird, big bees. But hey, guys, like I'm telling y'all, I really love me. I am like the most beautiful person ever. I have been doing deep healing, deep work, and I feel like I'm in my I kept telling everybody like I'm in my soft girl era. But I really feel like I'm really in my era. And people be like, what does that mean? Like, that means like I'm in my element. I'm in union. With inner self, outer self, any union there is, I'm in that unit. Like, I'm in that union, guys. Sometimes you got to learn how to be in union with yourself. Like, you have to have that balance within yourself to be happy, to the point where everybody around you becomes happy when you're in their presence. Prime example, I remember I was so happy one day. Like, I don't even know why. I was just happy on purpose. And I went in and I needed to get some information done. I needed to get some work done. And people were like, what do you mean? I had to get some work done. It was a very important thing, a task, what I had to do. So I end up meeting this lady and she helped me out. And kid you not, I end up meeting this lady again at church. And she's like, you know what? I don't know how to explain my encounter with you. And then I was looking at that girl. I was looking at you talking. I was like, I know that girl from somewhere. Then boom, it registered to me that I helped you out. And I was like, yes. And I was like, yeah, I said, because I called you the diva girl. She's like, yeah. She's like, oh my gosh, but I don't know how to explain your energy. It's unexplainable. I don't know how to explain it. I said, just call me love, baby. And she's like, because after that day, I just felt really good. Like I ain't felt the way how I felt before. And I always tell people that, like, you have to be very careful when you're encountering certain people, because those people who just naturally just show up and you are in a bad mood, but because you've seen them, you have positivity all over you. They carry this high energy of love and light. People don't want to shout out to the love and light workers, okay? Because, baby, we be putting in work, real work, okay? You could be in a dead, heated movement, madness, energy. But when you come across a real light worker or across a love and light worker or somebody who does heavy spiritual work and they just about pure love, your love and light should shine so much that everybody around you should feel it too. And if I'm talking religious, if I'm talking spiritual terms, that's even if you believe in God, Jesus, Buddha, whoever you want to believe in, brother, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Your angels, your ancestor. You should be so high in energy with that love that everybody around you feels it. Like, I'm telling you, like, I could be in a moment where I am feeling really good and everybody I come across is like, I just love you. And I'm like, I love you too. It's so weird to have people who go to church and you say you love them and they don't say it back. I'm like, what is this? Is that what Jesus did? Because I'm quick to hit him with that. Like, I'm spiritual, but is that what Jesus did? Because I don't never hear that in the Bible where Jesus told a person that he didn't love them and they said they did. But continue doing what you're doing, okay? So it's just like, it's really crazy how some people, how they think and different stuff like that. But I always tell people, like, I'm always about healing. But this particular day, I was so high in energy. I knew that love and light energy hit the planet. I mean, I had it was like so loud to the point where if you were around me, you felt that. Like the way how it transpired through everything. Like, you felt that. My car felt it. Like, everybody around me, the trees, the plants. I'm talking about, like, I was walking past plants that were like kind of like maybe, but not be so good, to the point where I'm walking by, they're just, they're like started blooming. It was like they was waiting for me to walk past them. I'm like, okay. Shout out to that. I'm like, every time I walk past a plant and I can smell it, I always give thanks to the Mother Earth. Like, thank you for letting me smell this, because maybe I needed to smell this, okay? Like, y'all have to start being more, I'm not saying that y'all do, but be more appreciative of the small things. I'm telling y'all, like, some people, they don't understand, like, why I tell people I love them. Because some people that's not here on this plane physically, I wish I could call them and tell them that I love them. I wish we could have one more phone conversation. Like, what's up, baby? Like, what's going on? Not to say I spiritually can't have a conversation with them, but to actually really sit down and have a conversation with them. So if I invite a person in my life, I'm going to tell them I love them. Every time we get off the phone, what you doing? All this, all that. I'm going to show them in my love language how I love them. And if their love language is like mine, they going to know that I love them. And I'm going to love them in their love language. Get what I'm saying? But I'm not a person where I'm going to sit up there and discourage anybody, make someone feel bad, make them feel less than who they are. I'm a person that really love to love people. I can't dispute this part of me. It's the best part of me, okay? And when you try to take that away from me, then I'm going to have a problem, because that is me. I love to love people. I'm not going to say I don't love people. I was literally sitting in church, but the one thing that the universe been working with me is when I say no, you can't keep, this person can't come through after I say no. I will shut the door on whoever whenever. And I've been telling people, the universe ain't playing with y'all right now about me. So if I was you, I would fall back and play your position, because what you did ain't worked, and what you have did, it will never work. And so what's going to happen is just direct send back. It's not even going to muster and wait. It's going to be directly sent back the moment that you even dare to muster up anything against I. And I keep telling y'all, like, this year is not that year to be playing around. This is 7 years, a spiritual year. This is where people wake up. This is where people know their power. This is where people tap into them. This is the year that we are no longer accepting less than what we deserve. Ever. You should never accept anything less than what you deserve. Like, whether it's friendship, family, partnership, anything. Like, if you know that you're in a business with somebody and they're not doing what they need to do, guess what you need to do? Let it go. Whatever path that you're supposed to be on, do that path. I'm telling you, I literally was talking about, I keep hearing the August Astino song. He's like, sit down, write out your dreams, and just go for it. What are you waiting for? I don't know who that's for. Stop playing. Because the universe got you where they want you to be at. I'm telling y'all, I went through a stage. I was supposed to be where I'm at now years ago. Now I'm here. So it's like I had to go back and redo the things that I was supposed to already do. Don't be like me. Be better. Okay. Not saying that, hey, I'm not better, because y'all know I'm thebomb.com. I'm known the bomb and I'm ticking them off. Okay. That's not the problem. The problem is that, yes, was I supposed to be here a few years ago? Yes. But am I right on time? I really feel like I'm right on time. I'm not. I didn't miss a single thing that was meant for me. Okay? You can never miss anything that is meant for you. I don't care who's telling you this. They lied. If your angels, your ancestors, God, Jesus, whoever you believe in, has something with your name on it, can't nobody take that. Or can't nobody, how do I want to put it? Can't nobody make you miss something that's yours. Can't nobody even accept a gift on the behalf of you that's yours. People might try to come stop it, slow it down, try to take it, whatever. But baby, they can't take something that belongs to you. They can't have it right in their hand and whoosh, the universe will come snatch it up and put it right in yours. And it happens so fast, and people be so upset, like, oh my gosh, girl, what you just said on your podcast a few weeks ago, that happened to me. I know, I try to warn you. Literally, I was talking to a young lady and I told her, I said, bruh, stop doing love spells on men. Y'all women, stop doing love spells. And I was telling her, I said, stop doing these love spells on men. You gotta stop that right now. It ain't the time to be playing with nobody. Stop doing love spells on people. This is not the year to be playing around. When God is here and karma's here and you got God with the hitters, God's hitters down here, like, this ain't the time to be playing around doing anything that you think that you want to do, baby. Here's what you're going to do. Stop what you're doing and think about what you're doing, because guess what is going to happen? That's going to backfire you. I remember I told a girl, I said, don't do a love spell with my candle. Don't. Okay? People set intentions out to the stuff what they do. That's like somebody making clothing. And they're like, hey, every time I make a piece of clothing, they're like, don't let nothing bad happen to this person, or don't let them do anything bad to a person. Now you wonder why you want to do something bad to a person, but you got on this pair of clothes and you're trying to wonder why you can't do something bad to this person. Probably because the person who made the clothes set an intention for you not to harm anyone. Is that necessarily a bad thing? Not really. It's really a good thing. And it protects people at the same time, where it protects the person who made the stuff. Like, I don't want nobody to do anything bad with my stuff. So imagine you trying to do something bad with somebody who has something set up in their atmosphere. You cannot do that, bro. This is not that time to be sitting up here playing around with people's lives, or necessarily not even playing around with their life, but playing around with your life. guys. Like, for real. Like, you can't stop what people got going on. Y'all can't keep getting in the way of these divine unions, because unions is going to happen regardless of who, what, when, where, and how. Like, nothing can stop a divine union. Like, sometimes, like, y'all gotta understand something. Some people, divine masculines and divine feminines, are so powerful and so strong. Their magnetic field knows when somebody is trying to do something. So they will make plans to do something else different. At some point, you just might as well just stop. I'm a person like, you know what? It ain't worked then. It's not gonna work now. You know what? I'm just gonna call it a day. Like, let me go do something else different. Because if you're trying to stop somebody on their path and you don't have $1 million, then what the hell is you doing? And if you do have $1 million, then you don't have $1 billion, then what are you doing? And if you have $1 billion, then you don't have $1 trillion, then what are you doing? It makes literally no point. I was literally talking to a person. I'm like, this girl's sitting over here teaching all these people to do all these spells, but why you ain't teaching them to get that money that you got right now? Okay? Because if people have money, then they wouldn't have time to really be sitting up here doing evil stuff. So if you're teaching people evil on top of evil, but you're not really focusing on you, then what are you really technically doing? You're wasting time. You're not really helping. Then here you go. You got this girl. She did this love spell on this boy. And boom. Now the love spell backfires. So now she has to come to a love and light worker. And we have to help heal her energy. Turn back on her light. Bro, we're tired of doing your job. And now pretty soon the love and light worker is going to send you back to where you went from. Hey, go talk to that same person that gave you that love spell. Holla at them. Tell them to fix you because they shouldn't have gave it to you in the first place. Dumb. Time wasted. Period, point blank. And people be mad. I be real. I don't lie. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I'm real. I'm honest. I'm beautiful. And I'm pure. I don't care who you are. Just don't do that dumbass shit on me. Okay? Brr. All right, guys. You know me. 8:18 on the clock. Somebody need to look up that angel number. It's important. But yes, guys, like y'all know me, I be chilling for real. I don't really like to see people do evil things to people. That's just my thing. Like, because you got some church people that do evil stuff. I remember I was sitting in church. They were talking about how they killed Jezebel, which I have never knew the story behind Jezebel. Like, and how she died. And how people tried to do a scare tactic with Jezebel in church. That story broke my heart. I started crying. And like people around me looking like, why are you crying? I'm crying because y'all celebrating that y'all killed some woman. I don't care what the hell she did. You think that she deserved to die? And she wasn't killing nobody? No, I can't. I'm a diehard feminist. And a guy yelled at me about being a feminist lately. It was really funny. He was like, you're a feminist. I was like, I'm a woman. Why wouldn't I be a feminist? I don't want to see other women die. We done been through enough. People already want to be us. Then they want to play our sports when they know that they're not really a woman. Who knows? I don't care. The whole thing is I love me. I love me. And I'm a diehard feminist and I love women. Like, no homo. I'm just throwing it out there. No homo. Now, if you ain't from Cincinnati, you know that people in Cincinnati, if they are not gay, they say no homo after everything that might be gay. Like, that sounds gay. They say no homo, so that way they know, like, hey, look, I'm cool with y'all as long as you don't try to, I know homo. But it's a natural habit of what we do. It's a thing. But literally, guys, like I don't know. I'm just not getting certain people when, you know, he talked bad about me. Like, you're just a feminist. I said, what else was I supposed to be? I love men too. I get on women all the time. Like, y'all be doing these men crazy. How you want a man to sit up here and do all this and do all that to you, but you out here just giving your body to whoever? Like, that's going to make a man respect you? You right? Like, I ain't dealing with no man who, what? No, I have standards, baby. What? No, I cannot accept anything less than what I'm worth. I'm really worth her. I'm worth her. I am her. I remember my ex, shout out to my ex who passed away. He's like, I want you to remember something always. And it's so crazy how I can remember what he said to me, and he wrote it, and he also called me and told me. He said, remember, I'm him and you her. Don't never let somebody tell you you ain't her. Now, if you don't know what her means, let me break this down because it is a slang term. This is what Black people use when we say that we're the it girl or we are the top-notch person. We are the boss. We are the queen. We are the person on top of the person. We are the person that you would need to come see. That's what it means. You are the it girl. You are her. I'm her. Or if you're talking about weed, it's the best weed ever. Like, what? That's her. That's her and him. They married. That's them. Like, but no, guys, like seriously, like no, all jokes aside, like you gotta be confident enough in your skin and in your love to make sure that you are doing the things that you need to be doing. Like you can't allow people to make you feel less than. You have to really love yourself so much to the point where everybody around you gonna have to love themselves because they're around you. And people be looking at me like, what? Like, yes, love me or not. But the people that's supposed to love you, they're gonna naturally love you. Like, I'm telling you, you don't have to tell people how to love you. The person that's gonna love you, they're gonna love you correctly. You do not have to explain. You don't have to talk to them like, hey, I need you to do this. No, they're gonna know that already. That person's gonna know how to kiss you, how to rub on you, how to really like make you feel safe in their presence. And guys, and don't be sitting up here taking nobody who ain't gonna sit up here and put you on a pedestal. Hell, please believe, whether you're a man or a woman, you're dealing with a person that's not putting you on a pedestal. There's about 100 people behind that person that's ready to do that. Okay? I'm just gonna tell you. Baby, there's 100 people willing to get that same spot that you giving out to a person. And I'm telling y'all, women, y'all gotta stop acting like these men's mamas. I literally told a dude, like, I'm not your mama. I'm not gonna treat you like I'm your mama. That is something that's inside of you that you need to heal. I don't have to heal anything like that because my problem that I had to heal was that I was overextending my life in men's roles as a mamas. Like, I'm not your mama. I could be your teammate, your team player, you tag, I'm it. Motherfucker, like, but no, am I your mama? No. I'm not. The only person I have to take care of is my son. Is my son. I'm not taking care of no grown man. Go back home to your mama. No. And granted, and I am alpha. So I'm not going to tolerate anything less than that. Like, I'm alpha, I need alpha. He knows what to do. He knows how to make me submit. And the only way a real alpha woman is going to submit is if there is an alpha man that submits to her. It has to be a submission between two people. How can you ever say that you love if you never really submitted to the other person? But we don't want to get into that talk. That's a different podcast, a different day. But guys, like this week just tap back and I really miss y'all a lot. Shout out to my fans. They've been really hitting me up like, when you doing your podcast again? And I'm like, guys, like Mercury retro, every time I went to go record something, Mercury retrograde was really retrograding. I do have a lot of episodes that I do want to put out, but this particular one was just made for me to do it today. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Because y'all know I'm over here in China. Yeah. So my time is off. I had to catch back up. Y'all know, because I'm from the different side of the world. So I had to catch up with the time change. And it was a lot for me. And I'm now back to smoothing and grooving like Pretty Red ENT. You know me, y'all. You know how I get down no matter where I'm going. I'm always shining with Pretty Red ENT. And And it's just been a wonderful experience for me. And I really love what I have going on. And I won't change it for the world. And I always tell people that, like, I'm not going to change me for nobody. I'm not letting me go for not a single soul anymore. You can't accept my bubbly personality. You can't accept me for who I am, or you're just always happy. I literally had somebody say that to me. He's like, you know what? I would date you, but you're just always happy. And I'm like, you know what? Well, then you need to go date somebody that's sad, because I wake up naturally happy. Now, somebody said this to me like a while ago, not recently, because you know what it is. But I was just like to myself, like, I can't help that you don't like me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I love me. I love every part of me. I like the fact that I'm goofy. I like the fact that, like, when I get around people I really love, I could just be me. If I can't be me in front of you, it ain't gonna work. I don't even want to be around. If I can't be me in front of you, that means my spirit do not trust you. There's something inside of my body that does not trust you, guys. Y'all got to start paying attention to this. This is a very important step. Hold on. Shots fired. If you are not yourself in front of certain people spiritually, this means that your spirit is alerting you something is off with this person. Something's off with this person. Like completely off. Your spirit is in defense mode. If you can't be yourself in front of everybody. Now you notice that, hey, I'm myself in front of this person, but I'm not myself in front of this person. You need to leave that person alone, because guess what? That means that your spirit is on defense. I always tell people that, like, if I can't just naturally just talk to you like the real me, like, hey, I might be goofy one day. You know, I am from the west side of Cincinnati. So y'all know what it is about what they said about the west side girls from Cincinnati. You know what it is. So my whole thing is, if I can't be Pretty Red ENT or Goddess Nikita or Nikita, whoever you want to call me, if I can't be me, like all forms of me in front of you, then we ain't gonna talk. Like, I have to be able to, one day I might want to be a gangster. You're going to have to be taking that. One day I might be a crybaby. You're going to have to take that. If you can't take every form of me, I don't want to be around you. Why have to hide who I am? That's the beautiful part of me. I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing that no more. And sometimes, guys, we get lost into pleasing other people to the point we stop pleasing ourselves. So you know what we have to do? Go back and grab our power. Go back and love on us in every single form. People don't believe that. This is a very important step of self-love that people fail to neglect to talk about. Okay? But I got y'all. Pretty Red ENT always got y'all. You feel me? Goddess Nikita always got y'all. I'm telling y'all. Guys, make sure you go back and you love on yourself the way that you need to be loved. Don't let somebody tell you not to love on yourself. That is a damn lie. God didn't even make you here to not love on yourself. Well, that doesn't make sense. Why would God put you on a planet for you not to love yourself? That does not logically make sense. Remove the emotion. Remove the religion. Do you think that somebody will place you here on this earth for you not to love you? You have to love you in order to love anybody else. So no. If you can't take me in all my forms, maybe one day I might be a skateboarder. You feel me? You're going to have to like be okay with that. Maybe one day I think I'm an ice skater. Guess what you're going to have to do? Love me as my ice skater self. One day I might want to be a soccer player. You're going to have to love me as a soccer player. If you can't love me in all my forms, then guess what? We cannot be friends. And that's fine. You do you, and I'm going to continue to do me. But I'm not going to sit up there and allow a person to make me feel less than me. I can't do it anymore. I love me, and I love me, and I love me again. Literally, I was talking to a person, and they were like, sometimes I just wish that you would just be quiet. All women should just be quiet. I'm like, excuse me, who are you talking to? The person who had you was a woman. So imagine if she was being quiet and she didn't even have you. You wouldn't even be here to even say this to me right now. So here you go, talking about all women should be quiet. But obviously she was moaning when she had you, but you don't want to have that conversation though. You know what I'm saying? Like, facts. Okay, because sex is good when you're moaning. So I'm pretty sure if you're making a love child, you're making a baby, somewhere in between time, there was either a fake moan or a real moan. And that's how that baby got here. So yeah, she had to be talking. Whether you think it's lips, words, those moans are words. Hello. Stop playing, guys. Like, stop playing with me. Don't play with me. Play with your mom, okay? I ain't got time. I ain't got time. I ain't got time. But no, guys, like I want people to really understand, like, you can't be sitting up here making one standard to the next. Like, no, I'm not tolerating that. I'm gotta be me. You don't like the way I talk, then don't talk to me. Period. You want me to be somebody else? I won't. No, I like when people cap and all that, but they're not like, it's not mean. Prime example, I went on a date with this handsome young man. Gosh, he knows I love Haitians. Okay. Y'all know me. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. And we sit up there, had this mask on. He was like, bruh. He's like, oh my gosh. He didn't say bruh, but he was like, you know who you look like? I'm like, who? He's like, Scorpion. But it was funny because the mask I did have on did look like Scorpion. Now, is this something that's personally on my body? No. But was it physically on my, yeah, it was on my face. But then I had somebody that called me a nappy-headed little girl. I find that hella disrespectful. Nappy-headed little girl? Nigga, yo mama nappy-headed little girl you talking to? Now, not me saying that. I'm just saying, man, your mama nappy-headed. I don't care if your mama was black, white, Chinese, whoever. Like, whoever you love, that's who nappy-headed. Now, and but this person, he said that to me. He's like, you're nappy-headed little girl. I'm like, wow, the real disrespect. I got good hair, first of all. Second of all, I feel really offended that you said that. And somebody was like, so I had a conversation and said, so you were okay with this person saying this about you? I said, his joke was funny and it was true. Like, the mask I had on looked like the Scorpion mask that was in the Mortal Kombat movie. So was it a logical and real joke and it was funny? Yes. But did this person like say something that's directly on my body that I cannot change? I can't change my hair pattern. This is how my hair, I'm natural now. So if anybody talk about my natural hair, it's a sensitive moment for me. So it's like, what? It's crazy because I had somebody, I remember I used to play basketball back in 8th grade. And literally this girl looked at me. She's like, you got nappy hair. You got nappy hair. I said, who got nappy hair? Oh, you ain't talking about me. And then one day I needed to get my hair braided because we were playing basketball. I was like, I need 6 braids real quick. Boom. This girl, she braided my hair because we was the beast back in the 8th grade. Next thing I know, she braided my hair. She's like, I thought your hair was nappy, but it's really not. It's just, I don't know how to explain your hair. It's not nappy. Like, I can take a comb through it. I never said my hair was. You just assumed it was nappy. The disrespect of you. You know what I'm saying? You must ain't look at my daddy. My daddy got good hair. Hello. My mama got good hair. My family come from a tribe of good hair people. Are you serious? Like, have you ever seen a real, from my tribe? Have you ever seen my tribe's hair? Not too many people have nappy hair. I walked into a funeral at my dad's side. Nobody in there has nappy hair. I'm confused. What you were talking about? What's going on? At some point, you assumed that I had hair like you, and that's not true. But if you knew how to take care of your hair would not be the same. It wouldn't even be nappy. We got taken away from our heritage and some of the stuff that we use for our hair products. First of all, they banned it in the United States. So then you don't want to go talk to me because I'm educated about my culture, my race. I'm not educated about everybody else's culture. I know something about everybody else's culture, but as far as my culture, very educated. Okay. Very educated. So I can either educate you or I can school you. But if you are black, I will school you, because stop playing with me. I will educate you too at the same time. But other than that, I school people. What's going on? So when we was having this conversation, I was like, so that to me, it was personal. You're talking about like, oh, my hair, something I can't change on my body. I love the fact that I have these tight natural curls, or my hair sometimes get into big curls, or just my hair in general, or just like anything about my body. You might talk about the way how my arms might be big. Dude, this is a trait in my family. This is something I can't change. The skinny people in my family have the same arms. What are you talking about? You'll be like, really? Like, okay, let me take you to a family reunion of mine. So, oh, you see this skinny girl, you ask her to hold her arm up. That's how you know she's related to me. Her arm jiggles the same way as mine, and she's skinny. It does not mean anything. Sometimes people be so offensive to people that cannot change things about themselves. Like, this is their heritage. This is something that they cannot change. Okay, it could be somebody's teeth structure. And here you go talking about somebody, oh, you have those big jumbo teeth. Like, what? I can't change the fact that I came here with these big teeth? Now here you go putting somebody down, messing with their mental health, and goes down a whole story. Now they're like really looking in the mirror every day, and now they get into depression because you're talking about their teeth. Or they might go into a bipolar. They might become bipolar for what you said, but that's neither here nor there. You just created a whole mental health patient because you talked about a person. Like, I'm just like, okay, and I was like, their jokes is more sensible. Like, hey, like, okay, well, okay, you look like the yellow Power Ranger. Like, you probably have on a lot of yellow, so you look like the yellow Power Ranger. That's a innocent joke. The jokes come like where it's sensitive to you, like, oh, you some big blueberry person. Like, what? Oh, what did somebody say to me? Oh, he got me nappy, little girl. I kind of felt that I felt disrespected. Like, hold on, bro. That joke's a little personal, but how you gonna call me a nappy-headed little girl when you black too? But we don't want to go there. Feel me? Like, some people be like real disrespectful with their jokes, and it's like, I can't get jiggy with your jokes because it's so negative. I'm a real one, and so what I will do is I'll check you politely. Like, oh, then it's like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, 'cause some people really do like really real life dumb stuff. They say real live disrespectful things and not really consciously mean it, but they do consciously mean it. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I feel like everybody does things that they want to do. Some people do things without thinking, but some people, they think about it before they do it. They premeditated this murder. So whether they believe it or not, they did. You don't care how you treat people some days. Some people just treat people that way because it's been passed down. Back to the first original statement. So guys, like, my whole thing to y'all is, my message to y'all is, never give up on you. If you felt like at a moment that you might have gave up on yourself, go back, find you at that moment you gave up on yourself. Forgive yourself and go back and love you and start doing stuff that you want to do. Literally, I had this conversation like 7 times the past 3 days with like mass different people. Like, when's the last time you really just did something that you really wanted to do? When the last time you did something that your inner child wanted to do? When the last time you even went down the slide? When the last time you did that? Like, do stuff that you really want to do. Don't allow someone to make you feel like you're not supposed to, because when you're dealing with people and they don't want you to do these things, you forget about yourself. Guys, really, really wholeheartedly love on you and don't let go. It's very important that you do that, guys. I'm telling you, I really love me. I love every part of me. I love smiling. I love dancing. I love everything. The things that people try to make me stop doing, I still did it. I'm telling y'all, because y'all know I'm going live where y'all can actually see me talk about what really happened to me. Everything's over with. So I'm like really excited about that. So I can really talk about it now. But what happened to me, guys, like this person was so mad because I was just so happy. No matter what evil stuff they was throwing at me, I was still happy. And she was just like, why is she still surviving? Because I am a part of the divine team. Why is you still surviving? It ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not your karma. But maybe I was your karma. Because of the way you treated me, that's how the universe is going to treat you moving forward. So everything you do will just, that ain't got nothing to do with me. You feel me? That ain't got nothing to do with me. When God gets you back or the universe gets you back, the only thing I'm supposed to do is love. God said, there's a meme that I love, guys. It says, God says, love them all. I'll sort them out later. I feel like that's from the universe, God, my angels, my ancestors, love them all. You know what I'm saying? Just love whoever you can love. Love them on purpose. Love them because you can. If they don't love you right, that is not your responsibility to go in and act as God, to do any revengeful things, bro. Love them and let God take care of them. Let your angels and ancestors, let Jesus, let whoever you believe in take care of that person, because you have nothing to do with their karma. Nothing. I always tell people, they be like, well, why every time somebody deal with you, and they do something harmful to you, something bad happens to them, they ain't got nothing to do with me. God told me I take it personal when they do that stuff to you. So that ain't got nothing to do with you. As long as you doing what you need to do, you ain't messing with nobody. You ain't doing nothing evil. That whatever evil the stuff they do to you, I got them. That's God's judgment. I'm not going in and acting as God. I'm not going in there acting as the universe. I'm not going in there acting as my angels or ancestors. I'm not going in there acting like anybody else besides loving people. That is my job, to love. Baby, 2. 1, I am love. And I'm loving and I'm lovable. That's all I'm here to do is love, be lovable, and just do loving things. That's it. Anything more, anything less, just BS, guys. I'm telling y'all, don't never let somebody tell you anything different. I'm here to tell y'all, I pray. I really get down. Anybody who know me know that. Like, big facts. Whether I done, gave you reading, whatever, you know that I'm part of a spiritual team. Everything we talk about, I promise you. I told this lady the other day, I said, I know I can tell in your spirit that you think I'm lying, but guess what? Pray and ask God. That's who you like to pray to, right? Pray and ask God if I'm lying or not. Then she came back 3 days later, you know what? Every time I turned on TV, whatever you said was what you said. Like, the message in church was exactly what you said. Of course. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't supposed to be here. Go and do your thing. But leave me the hell alone, okay? All right, guys. I ain't gonna talk y'all head off too much. I really did miss y'all. Pretty Red ENT is back smooth and grooving. Mercury retrograde is now over. It was a very troubling time, guys, for me. Not really, but y'all know me. I like Mercury retrograde. I like to take my time, but it's a lot of planets we're in retrograding. We have a few planets coming out, so I'm going to end it after I tell y'all this ending, so that way I can get y'all prepared. Y'all know I always keep my people prepared, my spiritual people, my people who's in tune with the planet, the universe, whatever you got going on. So, guys, we got Pluto and Capricorn. It ends in 3 weeks now, just in October the 10th. After October the 10th, it got 2 weeks to speed up to normal speed. So be prepared for your transformation. You're going to come out through another transformation, but Pluto will move back into Aquarius. I forgot when, but Pluto is going to move back into Aquarius. And I know all my cardinal signs, we're going to be loving it. Bop, 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 bop. I'm loving it. All right. We got Saturn in Pisces, that water sign, a very religious sign, a very spiritual sign. It ends on November the 4th, 1 month later. From today, we got Neptune in Pisces, ends on December the 6th, to stop retrograding in 3 months. We have Chronic in Aries, stop retrograding in 3 months from December the 26th. You got Jupiter in Taurus, will stop retrograding December the 30th. And Uranus in Taurus will stop retrograding on January the 27th. But then we got Mercury coming back up in 3 months in December the 13th. And it don't stop retrograde until January the 2nd. So we go into the New Year's with it going into a cardinal sign. And this is about business. Capricorn people are all about money and business. So whatever you got tied on about your communication, about your money and with your business is definitely finna get a review. That's how I view that. Some people might view it different, but this is my view. Y'all know I don't never miss. I always been shooting threes and I always make my mark. Okay. But guys, I really, that one's going to be a little bit serious. So when that one starts retrograding, we only have, we only have 2 planets retrograding, which will be Jupiter and Uranus at that time. Oh, and chronic. Yep. Chronic, Jupiter, and Uranus. So get ready, guys. Tap in. We also have I'm going to come on tomorrow and really do, for my people who really like when I do the energy readings, come on here and tell y'all a little bit about what's going on in the next few days. We do have a new moon with an eclipse coming up. Guys, it is about to be serious. So get ready. If you've been feeling the transformation, some gotta go, some gotta go. If you know that you've been holding on to something, it needs to go, like, yes, this is going to get you out of here. We have a solar eclipse in Libra, blooming in relationships, October the 13th. Lunar eclipse in Taurus, October the 28th. Changing values. I'm going to talk a little bit about that tomorrow. And then November the 13th, we have a new moon in Scorpio, acting passionate. Okay. Then we got the full moon in Gemini coming up on November the 27th, changing ideas, and a new moon in Sagittarius on December the 12th, new beliefs. So get ready, guys. It's fin to go down. Okay, we got October the 29th. We have a full moon in Aries, letting ego go. So whatever you got going on, guys, y'all better be prepared because the universe ain't playing with y'all. Okay, God ain't playing with y'all. God wants y'all to change today. I ain't gonna keep preaching to y'all spiritually, physically, mentally, or religiously. But please believe, whoever wants you to change, you're gonna change today, okay? But all right, guys, thank y'all for tuning in, tapping in, always showing me love. The Pretty Red ENT show, I mess with y'all, vibe with y'all. I really appreciate y'all for always showing me love. Make sure y'all go to my webpage some love at the Pretty Red ENT show.podbean.com. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you feel about this episode. Just know I'm backstepping on people next. That's what it is, okay? That's what it's going to be. All right, guys. I love y'all. I miss y'all so much. I do got some episodes. I'm going to release them. I said I was going to think about releasing them, but I really am going to release these episodes. Make sure y'all go subscribe to me on Apple Music because I am on there. But guys, thank y'all for always showing me love. I love y'all and just being with me and working with me throughout my break. Cause y'all know sometimes it'd be like, whew. I'm like, oh, sometimes the planets be doing a number on me. And baby, please believe I definitely caught up what I'm supposed to be. So, but thank y'all so much. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Send y'all so much love and light. Remember, guys, always choose you. Do the things that you love. Go buy yourself some flowers, okay? And if you know me, go buy me some too, okay? But all right, guys, thanks for tuning in to the Pretty Red ENT show. It's your girl, Goddess Nikita, a.k.a. Pretty Red ENT.